a wicker skull. That would be very, very hard to make a mold out of, though. This would be perfect. Perfect bones, backbone, skull, everything. That would be a good one, but I already have one I'm going to do like that. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am going to start the series, because now YouTube apparently lets you do series. Series apostrophe. Anyway, I'm going to start the series on mold making. So I've got a few interesting things here that I'm actually going to make real molds out of. And this is just pretty much an intro to this series. So in this series, I'm going to show you how to make molds for the silicone molds. I'm going to show you how to make your own plaster molds for slip casting. This right here, you can do all sorts of different things with these, and I'm going to get into that as well. So all of this isn't just going to be for clay, it's going to be for other mediums too. Now I have a different array of stuff sitting on the table right here, and I wanted to go through with each one of them just for a brief moment with you, because I'm going to cover all of these. There's going to be a video on each one of these things. I might combine a couple of them to show you what I'm going to be teaching. And it's going to be fun. I absolutely love molds. In case you can't tell by now, that is my thing. So when I make something, I mean, there's nothing better than being able to make 100 of them after that. Instead of just having the one to sit and marvel at, you can make 100 of them. Now, I am going to touch a little bit on copyright laws and what not to do, because if you just make a copy of this and you sell it, somebody is going to be sending you a letter or a notice, and you don't want that. It can get expensive. So we're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do is we're going to take these general shapes. Ooh, graveyard. We're going to take these general shapes and we're going to make molds from them, and then we're going to use these for other things. So let me show you a few examples. We'll start with one that's already moving around here. I went and picked these up yesterday at Walmart. These don't say anything on them. This was in a pack of four or six packets. This is in a pack of 6, so it had like the 3 little ones and 3 or 4 big ones for like 15 bucks. It wasn't bad. But we are going to make silicone molds from these, and you could use concrete if you wanted to once we were done with this. Go ahead and we're going to sand this down. We're going to put a medallion here or a long name plaque, and we're going to use these for our pet cemetery. We have a few pets that have passed on, and here in the new house, we were going to do it in the old house, but we ended up moving. So here in the new house, we're going to erect a pet cemetery, and we have 5 dogs, and we always have lots of animals, and so this is kind of needed. So I'm going to do each one of these, and here, and here, like the name, the birth and death will be here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do on the back to make sure that they stand up through all kinds of weather and everything else. So this is going to be one of the classes. And this is the kind of stuff you need to buy now. So if you're watching this class in July, you may not be able to do this right now, but you can wait. Now these, which I have to get a new one of these because she's been through hell and back. We're not going to use her. But this is the male here, clearly. And this is the female. And so I'm going to make plaster molds out of these now. These will actually be made with Potter's Plaster #1, and these are going to be planters. We're going to make them generic, just the way they come, but this is not the way we're going to sell them. So we're going to turn these into something else. You'll want to watch the video for that. We also have this one. I've got another one that actually has some hair stubble. This is smooth, but I've got one with hair stubble, but her face is prettier. And so my other sister, she wants one with the other face. So I will show you how I'm going to completely take the hair off and make this ready. And there's a lot of things to consider on these because there's too many undercuts. And I'm going to talk to you about that too. Undercuts is going to run your mold. I'm going to go over it with you. If you have something on hand that, you want to follow along and you're really not sure if you have undercuts, you can send me a picture of it and I'll try to do my best if I get it. That's, how that goes though. So these will be the planters. These are our pet cemetery markers. Oof, got it on me. I'm also going to go over this with you. So if you find a mold and there's a piece of the mold that you absolutely love and you want to make it your own, so you can actually, you know, put your name and your copyright on it and sell it as yours. I'm going to show you how to kind of scab pieces from other things, make molds from, and then use them to create something else. For instance, oh, this one don't quite fit, but it will when I get through with it. Yeah, see? You can use this stuff for anything. I'm going to show you how to do that too in a separate class. Now these are all separate classes. Some of them will be long, some of them won't be. Also, this is a nice handy little thing that I ordered, I think off Temu. I got 2 of them for like $3 or something insane. And they're plant stakes. So you put these in your plants and you fill them up with water and there you go. Well, for this spring, my Etsy store, we are going to be offering a ton of Oyas. O-L-L-A. Some people say Ola, some people say Oya. I'm not sure how you say it, but whatever. I'm going to be offering a bunch of those, and they're going to be all very interesting. If you take a spike, and I mean a spike from anything, like, look at this. This is a Christmas ornament. Let's see if you can zoom in on that. This is a Christmas ornament. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off right here after it's poured. We're going to take this, we're going to make a mold out of it, and then we can put it on the bottom of anything, and now we have a plant water. See? You have to be very clever. I'm not saying I'm clever, but anyway. I just bought this today. This is really cool. So in this pack, you get several opportunities to do lots of different things. You could make a mold out of this. You'll have to change it, which I'm going to show you how to do that. You could make candles. You can make banks. You could flatten this out. Heck, you could make that into a teapot if you wanted to. You know, that would be very difficult, but you could. There's one in particular that I wanted to show you. This right here. Love this. You don't get to see this very often in these packs. So we're going to make a mold out of this, and we can make candles, just vertebrae candles. You could make handle, put 2 or 3 together, make a handle of something. Just lots of really cool stuff. You could also make the silicone mold out of it and put it with resin. And you could put flowers in it or coins or just glitter. I don't know, whatever. Everything doesn't have to be completely spooky. Some of it's just kind of cool. Maybe you got a back doctor and you want to give him a little thing. Put this on a, you know, cherry wood base, and there you go. So the reason why I bought this particular kit is not so much for all these little tiny bones and stuff, but for the big ones. See these? This one right here. And if you notice what I have laying here, this is actually a bot mold. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this as well. So that same plaster that I have, you can make these. Where's the skull? Here it is. This is from the same company. I'll try to put a link down below. I don't get any kickback or anything. I'll just show you where I buy my stuff. But you can use these for things other than what it's intended. We can make this into a ceramic mold and actually pour slip into it. We can use it the way they intended with a special sort of plaster. And this stuff can go outside. So you can decorate everything. You can, well, I'll show you a picture of what I want to do. They actually had it on their website. So they had all these different bones and they had them arranged for like fireplaces, flower pots. I like the big urns on the wall. And now these were actual pictures taken from someplace exotic that I think, don't get me to lying, but I think that was some monks that did this. They decorated entire rooms with bones. I mean, they used skulls and they used rib bones for chandeliers, which looks like what we have here, some rib bones. And I got these. Well, originally I ordered this. And then I got these so I could do the, you know, not the same thing, obviously. I didn't kill 10 million people, but okay. This is also for sale at Halloween. Most of this stuff is. And this is spongy, as you can see. Just like Mr. Spider here is spongy. This one right here, I'm actually going to make a ceramic mold so I can use with slip, and this one as well. Because the other lamps that I'm going to be making, and some flower pots. Yeah? So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. I'm going to show you how I do it. Y'all can figure it out yourself how you want to do it. And of course, here's our old standby. My aunt got this for me. And she got me a couple of them. And then out of a Jello mold, I made a ceramic mold and I poured slip into it. And so I made the brain. And eventually, this will go on here and it will be a lamp. You see where I'm going with this? There's a theme. You take stuff and you turn it into other stuff so then it becomes yours. If I just made a mold out of this and tried to sell it, not good. I just got this at Dollar General, and this actually had like some cloth over its head and the armatures coming out and like this flowy whatever. Yeah, that's all coming out. I'm gonna poke those out. I'm gonna fill this. And we're going to make a mold out of this because really all I want is this. I just want the face because I want to put this face on something else. And see the way this is curved? I mean, I would have to bring this down. There'd be a lot of extra stuff I'd have to do this. And I don't know. But right now I'm pretty enamored with the face. I want to change this and use it for something else. I got the cookie jar, little candy jar. I actually changed my mind on this. By the time I was done with it, it would look so different, and I just, But I have this. And this is amazing cool. Unfortunately, when I make the mold, we're going to lose all the detail. But it's a good size skull. These I also got at, I got this one at Dollar General. I don't remember where I got, oh, I got this one from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, one or the other. So these are just plastic trays, and they're pretty thin. So I want ceramic trays, and I want them a lot thicker than this. I'm going to show you how to do that. I got this cute little guy. I don't remember where I got this. The skull is very detailed. It's a perfect size for a lot of things. So that's why I got this. This, I'm just going to make a cauldron. You know, I'm just going to make a cauldron. I've got another one here. Of course, it'll be a lot smaller than that when I'm done. This one had hands going around it, these silver hands like this, and I popped those off, broke them off. So I'm going to trim this, you know, change it up, and I'll have another small cauldron to sell. I'm not going to do, oh, here they are. Yeah, like these were on there. If you see it, you'll know which one I grabbed. And these come off. There's a little bit of effort, but not much. Then we have this bad boy. I got this at Tractor Supply. His eyes light up, but you know, we're not gonna need none of that. So I'm gonna take all of this out, take all of the guts out, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this. This is a whole nother class too. You can make all sorts of stuff with a skull this big because you're gonna lose. I mean, in the molding process, well, first you have to change it, and then in the molding process, you're gonna lose probably, oh, these are on clearance right now, anywhere from, I would say, 12 to 25%, depending on how we did it and what we made it out of. If we just use this, which I'm not going to do that because that would be a lot of money to make a mold out of this, and it would just be unnecessary. Unless I wanted to make a bunch of concrete skulls, then I would invest. But we're going to just make ceramic molds out of these. Okay, so that's the quick breakdown. If you're interested to see how I put different things together to make really cool stuff, then follow this series. I'm going to delve deep into it. I'm going to explain everything. I've been pouring, making molds. That's what we do. I'm also going to do a series, of course, on wheel throwing, hand building, all of the other fun stuff that everybody likes to do, with my own personal twist on it, of course, you know, because... So if this is the kind of stuff you like, now, like I said earlier, I'm going to have a whole garden series too, so it's not just kind of creepy fun stuff. I am a huge fan of black and white horror movies. I just love them. I want to see the strings on the creatures crawling. I just think it's awesome. So that's what my stuff is. It's not horror or, you know, demonic or whatever. It's just fun. Fun. And my garden stuff, I think you're really going to like it. With the Oyas, I've got flower pots, pot sitters. I just can't even think of everything right now. It's going to be a whole nother category all on its own, and you'll be able to buy most of it. Some of it's just too big to ship, but I'll show you how to make it so you can make your own on that. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to everything that's coming.